Hi YouTube world, it's Adrienne, day 8 on the single shadow challenge. I decided today to move on to just another palette that has some of my single shadows that has a little bit of a different color scheme because I didn't want it to get boring for myself, like really just wanted to explore. And I was going to start on like my really fun bright purples and blues palette, but instead I decided to go into this palette here, which is sort of my grays and taupes, and it doesn't look very like fun or appealing, but I actually think it's really pretty and sophisticated, and I feel like a lot of people's interests are in cool tone right now. There's a lot of interest in cool tone, so I wanted to play around with it, but still kind of keeping within the context of this framework of using the same base products, so really not altering that. And I had tried to choose really neutral, a really neutral blush and a really neutral lip, and I feel like it works well, even though it's a very kind of glitzy, high shine eyeshadow look I have today in the gray arena, which was inspired by what I'm wearing today, which is kind of like my cleaning shirt and my cleaning hairdo, which yeah, that's why I kind of moved, and it's sort of a gray day here today, so it's what inspired me to pick more like the gray tone. So a couple of adjustments too, just to kind of make today's kind of look work a little bit better. I did choose a different palette to coordinate with the eyeshadows today, and I tried to choose a palette that a lot of people have. It's a staple, and it's the Lorac Pro palette, which I like very much. And here's just a look at it. It just has a lot of base colors, and really I wanted this black in my life today to help blend out the color in the corner. So that's why I chose it, and I think I'm going to leave it out so that when I'm working with maybe much cooler tones, I'm going to be using this instead of the Going Coconuts palette to coordinate with it. So just wanted to let you guys know that. And yeah, without further ado, I'm actually again using two eyeshadows, but both of them are shimmers today. I'll just kind of close my eyes. I think they're very pretty. One is certainly like pinker, and I know it's hard to tell with the lights. One is a little pinker and one's a little more almost like grayed lavender, both highly metallic. And so the first one is from Colourpop. It's a pressed powder. It's called Nectar, and this is it right here. It's just a very pretty pink, and you could see that it could be very metallic, silvery, but then also has this rosy undertone, and that's this color right here, swatched. And so I'm wearing that in the first, I'd say the first third of my lid and all along my under eye. And this is like very much like a nighttime fancy glam look that I'm doing today. I'm not going anywhere, but I figured let's be glam while we clean. The next color is from Sydney Grace. It's Glitz and Glamour. That's this one here. Again, it has that same kind of silvery metallic, but when you look at it, it's sort of like a muted lavender shade. It's really pretty, and it's so complicated. And it's really foiled. Just one swipe, and so you can really tell there that it's a lavender and a pink. But when light is facing them at the same time, they really do pick up on that silver tone. So I do like that about them. They're a little transformative that way. And then in conjunction with that, I used my Urban Decay 24/7 in like my third favorite color, which is Mushroom. You see, I've used a bit of it. It's been sharpened a few times. And this is sort of a taupey metallic color. What I like about it is it adds a little more depth, structure to the eye, especially if you're using like very light metallic colors. You want something to ground the look. But sometimes something like a black eyeliner might just be a little too much. At least it is for me. So I like using a shade like this, which gives some of that depth, but doesn't, you know, isn't really that stark. And then in conjunction with that, I did deepen up the crease, or just the outer corner a little bit, almost created a soft eyeshadow wing look. And I did that with just the black in the Lorac Pro palette, which I really liked. So yeah, that's today's look. I'm really happy with it. I think if I were to have my druthers and I could, you know, do this whole look using other base products, I would have picked definitely a cooler lip and a cooler blush color. I just think it would go really nicely. And so I wanted to, I don't know if this is gonna work or if I'm gonna screw up everything. I wanted to try to maybe mute out a little bit of my blush so that we can see what that would look like. And I'll show you the blush that I chose. So I'm just gonna try to take some of this off without kind of going crazy. And then just maybe adding a little more coverage just to neutralize it a bit. And let's see if that worked. And then I can introduce you to the blush I'm gonna give a shout out to right now. Yeah, so I think that actually did work. I just used a little bit more of the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer, which is the foundation, because it's not much of a foundation, that I've been using during this challenge. I'm also gonna just take off the lip really fast, just to give myself a good base. And I have pretty pigmented lips, so sometimes I just like to tone them down a little bit. Tone it down, people. So the color that I'm going to be using on my cheeks is concealer lips, is Paris Skies by Sydney Grace. So it is a sheen. It has this lavender color. It's so unique, so pretty. I really like it. So hopefully you can see. It just has like the prettiest glow to it. It's a really buildable formula, which I like. And it's just slightly cooler. So I almost feel like when you match the tone of your eyeshadow to the tone of your lips to the tone of your, you know, like kind of everything, like stay cool, for example, and I'll just do a quick swatch just so you can see it. It's like one of the most unusual blush colors. I really love it. I feel like when you do everything that matches, it just makes the look very kind of glamorous, or I don't know, it's sort of like it makes everything look fancier, much more like, wow, okay, you tried doing this. Whereas if you do the contrast, it just makes it look more earthy in a way, wearable, like a day wear kind of look to it. So it's really up to you, like what you do and how you achieve it. But I can't talk and put on lipstick. So that's like the color I probably would have chosen if, you know, if I did this look and I wanted to go out and all that jazz. And this color that I'm using is by NARS. It's their lipstick in their sheer formula, and it's called Damage. So that's this color here, which I think is just really pretty, and it translates really nicely. But it has a glossy kind of finish, and it's super, super comfortable. I can't say that for all their lipsticks, but definitely their sheer formula. And this is not the Audacious formula either, which I think is a little bit pricier. And I'll swatch that for you too. So you kind of see the palette of colors. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there and kind of show you an alternate to look, and I think it changes the look quite drastically. So yeah, I hope everyone is having or had already a great weekend. For those of us who have a long weekend, yay, Columbus Day. You know, for those of you who have to go back to work tomorrow, I'm so sorry. But stay tuned, and we're gonna keep, you know, pushing along, and day 9 is all set for tomorrow. So hope you'll join me then, and yeah, be safe, be well. See you soon. Bye.